Just imagine being able to buy a pistol, defend your home without needing to get a gun license, register it, or do any of those bureaucratic things to own a firearm. Well then, this one promises to solve that problem because it's not a firearm, it works with CO2, but it delivers an incredible amount of power. This equipment is the Vesta Rossi Paintball .50. Its purpose is to let you defend your home while spending very little. Can equipment costing under 1,000 Rs really do that? Let's test it now. This here is the Vesta Rossi box. You can see it's a pretty simple thing. It's a 50 caliber paintball device. For those who don't know, paintball guns can be either .50 or .68 caliber, but this type of equipment has been widely used for home defense. We're going to talk more about this in a bit, but let's see how it comes inside here. Actually, I've already opened it, right? Of course I've already opened it, and I don't know if it was like this. I couldn't figure out this cardboard here, but this is the device. I just haven't tested it yet. I only opened it to see if it was inside. It's been a few days since it arrived for me. I haven't tested it yet, but we'll test it together. I bought it on promotion, but that price isn't available now. I'll put the lowest price I find in the first link in the description. Or, if not, in the pinned comment. There will be a link for you to check it out. It comes with a little manual here. The only rule you need to follow to buy this equipment is to be over 18 years old, because this isn't a lethal device. It has a different purpose. There's already some information here. Pressure indicator. We have the rail here at the bottom. We're going to test this thing too. Here's where you recharge it. Here's the grip. It's a double action trigger. You can see this little part here. Double action trigger. Here we have the rear and front sights. Let's see. They're just painted. Look at it here. Just painted. It's not fiber optic, but you can still aim well with it. Even more so considering it's a pistol. Here is how you load the gas. So you have a quick activation system. That's really cool. Look how nice it is down here. You have this button. You hit it, you pierce the gas. So you'll always leave the gas inside here. But it's not ready for use yet. You just hit here and the gas is ready to use. Unlike the Artemis, which we've tested in videos, that one doesn't have that system. You have to screw it in, so it takes a little longer. That could matter. It doesn't move when pulled here, and it comes with an orange tip. However, this orange tip is not mandatory. Here's something interesting for you. Air pistols and paintball guns don't need to have the orange tip, so if you want to remove it, they always add it to show it's not a firearm, but keeping it is optional. You pull here, this is the spring for the ammo, which loads from underneath. If you place something large here, it'll block the loading port and make things harder. We'll test it soon. We have a texture back here to improve the grip. There's a little star. You can see the finish is plastic. And up here it's metal, kind of like sheet metal. I don't know what kind of metal it is, but you can tell it's sturdy. When you hold it in your hand, it's heavy. It's really tough, so I don't think it's a fragile piece of equipment at all. There isn't any kind of safety. Look here, there's no button to lock anything. So the safety is actually this little button here on the trigger. When you press it, it will fire. Back here, the tip of the needle comes out, showing that it's pressurized. Let's see if there's anything else in the manual. No, everything's fine. There are also some extra rubber rings here. These rubber rings wear out over time, so they already sent a few more. An important detail, I didn't get this equipment for free. I had to buy it. I got in touch. I contacted some stores that sell this here in Brazil. They didn't respond to me. I was successfully ignored, so I had to buy it in order to record this video. I'll share the link to the cheapest one I can find online in case you're interested. We're about to take a few shots with it, since I've never tried that before. I'm more used to the Artemis, which we've already tested several times here in videos. In fact, if you want, we can come back another day and do a comparison between this one and the Artemis to see which one is better. The price difference is a bit steep, but we have a different piece of equipment here, so we can make that comparison. For those who are still unfamiliar with this .50 system, let me explain roughly what the idea is. The idea behind this equipment is to be non-lethal. It's about trying to get around Brazilian law, because when someone breaks into your house here in Brazil, for example, and you injure them with a weapon or anything else, what happens is that this person can file a lawsuit against you, and you're the one in the wrong even though they were breaking in to rob your house. You become the one at fault because you injured them. That's the level of laws we have in our country. But if you have equipment that won't kill the person, if you end up being sued, you won't get such a harsh sentence. Just imagine, a thief breaks into your house, you shoot them and they die. You could end up in jail for many years. But with equipment like this, you won't kill them, you'll just injure them. So the chance of you getting a penalty is very small, and if it happens, it will be a very minor penalty. So this is more to scare off junkies, as people are saying on the internet. You load the ammunition here, the ammo comes as balls, so they can be made of steel, aluminum, rubber, or even gas. So the ammunition for this one that you load in here, when it hits, it releases pepper spray. So if it hits like this, the guy gets kind of blinded and all. It works really well for guys, for example, who break into your house to steal a microwave, to steal something to buy drugs, that kind of intruder. Of course, you're not going to be able to stand up to a firearm, not even close, because it isn't lethal. If you shoot from far away, the ammunition will get there weak, so it has to be from pretty close range. It leaves bruises where it hits the person. If you look up videos on the internet, people are pretty crazy. They've already shot each other with this thing online, and it leaves bruises like this. It hurts a lot. The guys are screaming in pain, but it doesn't penetrate. The sphere doesn't go inside, so it doesn't kill the person. It's not going to cause that kind of damage. So it's a piece of equipment made to scare off junkies. For that, it's pretty cool because it uses the CO2 cartridge down here and it ends up distributing that energy faster. Just imagine the CO2 cartridge has a certain amount of energy. Let me grab one here to show you. This is the CO2 cartridge. It has a certain amount of energy inside, which is the pressurized CO2. When you're using an airsoft gun, for example, this gas is released very slowly, just a little bit at a time to shoot the pellets. But when you're using this equipment here, the ball is much bigger and it releases a lot more gas all at once. That's why a CO2 cartridge like this doesn't last for many shots. It runs out pretty quickly, and that allows you to put a lot of energy into the ball. The ball is already heavy. You release a lot of pressure all at once. In other words, the ball comes out much faster with a lot of joules of energy. So the more energy, the greater the impact. But since the contact area is large, it won't penetrate. It's like you're hitting someone with a big ball like this. It hurts a lot. That's the idea. Just a little bit stronger. That's why I think this kind of equipment is really cool, but under no circumstances will this solve an armed conflict problem. If the guy is armed, forget it, man. You're not going to use this here. Because it's only for the guy who's really up to no good, who's trying to jump your wall and you scare him off. Just for that. Maybe even for animals too. Let's say you live on a farm and suddenly a wolf shows up or something like that. You can hurt it and make it run away without killing the animal. So that's an option for that as well. But let's load it up. Let's put this thing here to see how the system works. So let's go. It's going to be here. We're going to pull this spring all the way back. You can see there's a lot of space here that's wasted with the mechanism. If they had moved this mechanism a little bit over here, it could fit one more round. It's made for 6 rounds. But the downside is that it can only use round ammo. But there are plenty of options. Rubber balls, aluminum, steel. There's a lot of stuff. I put 6 in here. You can't fit any more. Let's close it up. Now let's go to the back part. We unscrew it. Pay close attention if you're going to buy this so you don't do it wrong. You can see here there's the needle that's going to pierce the CO2 cartridge. In fact, I'll put it in here now. You have to be careful here. Don't pierce it before the right time. Let's put it in there. Just insert it like this. The tip has to be facing down. That's it. Let's just check the manual here. Don't mess it up. That's right. The tip facing down. Put it in like this. Screw it in straight. Only until the end. The manual says not to over tighten it. If you tighten it too much, you can damage the seal. Alright, here it is. I think it reached the end. It's not turning. Maybe not yet. There it is. Now it won't go further. Got it. I'll check if moving it does anything. Let's try. If you carried it in your car, you can't do that. Keep it at home. It won't activate by itself. Hit it underneath to activate. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 and check its strength. Yeah, really quick. Cool. So the activation system is really simple. You leave it loaded and when you need it, you just hit here and it's ready. Let's test it. Just a reminder, we're recording this in a completely safe place. There's no one here. This is an abandoned warehouse. No one lives here. It's totally safe. It's private property. Private property. Don't try this at home. Just a quick note for you guys about attaching accessories down here. That's not what this is for. This is a red dot sight, but I don't have a flashlight to put on it, so I used what I had, so you can make it fit. It's the standard one we're already used to. It fits really well. But it won't work for the sight because it's underneath. It's mainly for a flashlight and you block the ammo loading port. So you can't load ammunition if you have this equipment here, unfortunately. But that's okay. Let's go. Let's do the first test. Since I know the first shot is always more powerful, I got a bar of soap here. We're going to do a penetration test because this kind of equipment here can't go through a bar like this. At least the ones I've tested couldn't. So we're going to test it here and see how far it can go. I'm not going to put anything behind it. Let the energy move it. Let's do it point blank. In 3, 2, 1 and... Damn, man. I wasn't expecting all of this, no. Wow, it's a shame it came out through the top, man, because it was really strong even. It even had some recoil back here. Really strong, actually. That's crazy, man. If I had one of those meters, you guys would see how many joules this thing put out. I'm going to try again. I'll try now. Hit it right in the middle. Let's see what happens. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what happened here just now. Let me see here. Oh, it's inside here. Man, I almost missed again. But you can see it. It didn't go in that deep. See? Pretty similar to the one that came out here. Most likely because of the extra energy from the first shot. That's why it came out. On the second one, it managed to stay in. You can see that it doesn't have the power to penetrate a person unless it's from really close or a really soft part. It'll go in a little, but it won't hit any organs. It's really just for impact. Let's go. Let's do another test. I want to see things explode. So let's get the next target ready. I'm going to put this thing behind it now to stop it. So the pellet doesn't go over there, doesn't fall into the well. I'll put a glass. So we can see it shatter in slow motion. It'll look cool. Keep it in this direction like this. I'm going to put some water inside too, so we can see the damage it will do better. These super slow motion shots here look really awesome like this, especially if there's water. Actually, the water moves slower than the shards, so you can really see the thing breaking. That's pretty cool. Let's do it. I'm going to do it really close up. If not, I can't use super slow motion. Let's see how it goes. Wow, man, look at this. The glass just crumbled, man. That's crazy. It's a lot of energy. Look at that. The little ball fell here. It hit there and bounced back. It loses a lot of energy when it hits the water. Water is good at slowing projectiles down. That's awesome. Wow. What we still need to test now is accuracy, because we've already seen that it has a lot of energy, so it can do a lot of damage. But can I actually hit a target? Let's do this test right now. I think this direction here will be good. So if I shoot from here to there, it's about 10 meters. Let's take the target over there and see what I can hit from this distance. I'll put it here, right about here. Let's put a can if I hit the can. Remember, this is a purely scientific test. No one should try this at home. Don't do this at home. We're going to see here if it really does what it promises. If you play paintball, you can buy it for that too. It's good for that. Let's go. Let's see if I get it right. Just count the distance. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 meters from here to there. We still have 3. I'll put 2 more here so we have 5 shots available. Because if I don't hit it in 5-man, you can doubt the efficiency of this equipment. Let's see. Let's go then. Long distance test. Vesta Rossi, .50 in 3, 2, 1, and... We already hit the target, man. If it were an attacker, we would have already managed to hit them, at least. Good sign. Let's see. Second shot. I missed the target. Third, another one. Another one. I hit the target. Fourth, whoa. It's over already. Let's try again. Let's see if it'll work. Maybe it jammed. No, it's over. It's literally finished. So you can see what I was talking about. It really only fires a few shots because it releases all the energy at once. That makes the projectile come out with much more force. It's necessary, but of course we lose a bit in efficiency because you'll only get a few shots before you have to reload, and then it takes time to unscrew, put in another cylinder and so on, add more ammo. So you can't keep it going for too long. You have to get it right the first time. That's why you can't trust equipment like this 100%. I don't know. But you guys who have more experience in this subject can tell me. If it's possible to use this here for defense or not, let me check if there's still something inside here. There is, see? So it's really because the gas ran out. To empty it, just press here. Then it releases the rest, because there's always a little left, but that little bit isn't enough to shoot the balls. Look there, it's done. Then you remove it back here, and the cylinder will come out. Alright, let's go take a look. What happened to the target? I'm curious. Let's see if it still had any power here. Those were the last shots, so I didn't hit it. It did have some. I saw that one of the pellets went flying. It stopped back there, but I don't think any of them went inside here. I think that pellet fell around here. It must have hit and bounced back. But just to be sure, let's take a look inside. See if it's here. Oh no, it's here. So it did go in, right? It hit here and stayed. I can't say if this power is enough to hurt someone at this distance, but I don't think so. It's very likely it reached here with very little energy, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and leave your opinions. Can you use this equipment for home defense or not? I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.